Hey, hello and welcome everyone. What am I doing? Sorry, I was having a last minute tech problem.
No, it's alright. Morning.
Seems like everyone can be here. So, Truckers and Killer Beans, take it away.
Hey, chat. The goodest of mornings to you. Welcome to the Challenge Cup again for Season 6. Hey, Beans, what's happening?
Good morning. Everything is set up, good to go. It's going to be a lovely morning of racing here on the Silver Gauntlets, and I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, we've got the last weekend of races for the first round of the Challenge Cup. This is the first, we had a match yesterday with Emo and Stuck. Go and check that out. And we've got a very early morning match for you with our resident Australian player in Hyper Obsession versus another French person. It's Sanzeau. You can see here from the stats that it seems like Hyper's been played a lot more races on race time, but don't mistake that Sanzou's been here forever. Sanzou's been here since Season 2. They've played every single season. They've been in the main season bracket since Season 2. First time in Challenge Cup. And Hyper's just been absolutely on the grind every day, just playing races, getting good, and absolutely dominated their division, going 3-0. So, and that had Alexis and Jimbo in it. So this is actually going to be such a good race.
Yes, it is. I'm super excited. Despite the maybe 4 a.m. on the East Coast here, I'm super excited about this race.
Yeah, for Hyper, this is probably like evening time for Hyper. Like they're about 12 hours ahead of me, and it's 9 a.m. here. So yeah, these two have decided to go really early, and we're off. We're going to get an early med check here with Deku, the free medallion, which was the green medallion, Spirit, Water, Shadow, and Fire. We start with Song of Time, and that is Requiem.
That's nice interesting. To have early.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, what do the runners do here? They're both playing Requiem immediately, which is an interesting strategy. Neither decided to put it in the pedestal and then play Requiem, or play Requiem outside of Lon Lon Ranch. They're both getting this warp song. I'm going to peek up to the hand there. That's nothing. And our Colossus song is Sario's. That is nothing. Wow, Ice has Nocturne, and we need to do Shadow, so Ice is hard required.
Well, as Tigris always does, Rush Ice.
Rush Ice. Yeah. As people are probably aware that we need the Ruto's letter. We need to hand in Ruto's letter. Skipping over the fish is disallowed in these settings. We've got Temple of Time hints here. Frogs 2 is dead. Burning Cack is Sun Song. Big Goron is dead. And 50 schools is dead. So not collecting lots and lots of schools today. Still waiting on 30 and 40 though. And both runners have decided to go adult. So played Requiem. That kind of makes the time of day a little bit more dubious because it sets it to midnight. You basically lose 2 hours from the start. I think it starts at 10 a.m. The game does. And then set into Requiem sets it to 12 p.m. So they're going to be a little more tight for time heading towards Lon Lon Ranch. And Sanzo's going for reverse cack plays. Where's Math? Math hates whenever I mention going reverse cack. And with Song of Time, I think this is a really, really good play because you you get to play Song of Time out of the Dampe's grave after the Dampe race. So I think this is a great idea. I think this is the perfect situation to do this. And Ocarina of Times is storms. Ouch.
Ooh.
We're basically going to have, I'd probably say 50-50 on whether storms is going to require. That's kind of what I place the odds at, roughly, of storms being required. Let's see what our song here from the windmill is.
Minuet.
Yeah. Handy warp song there. That's good for Sanzeau doing this reverse cack route, because you wouldn't want to find ZL there because you might decide to hop back into the graveyard to get the grave song. So Minuet's probably one of the better songs Sanzeau could find there.
And there's our titties.
Yeah, early titties, very, very nice. We all love some good morning titties. Hyper seems to be having a streaming concern here, but he's back. Sometimes the Australian hamsters, because they're upside down, they struggle to turn the wheel.
There's a bow with Dampe. Wow.
Early bow. That's good for doing the CAC shooting gallery game.
And it says you're going to take the more traditional route out of Dampe. Is that a boomerang? Nope.
No, it's a stick. It could be 20 though. It is 20 sticks. Let's go. I don't know about you, but some people like to find shoes in small chests. I like to find 20 sticks. Not many options coming out of, well, with the bow actually you do get a few more options. Like we could see runners go towards river and do kind of the standard S6 river play that we've seen after CAC. Or with the bow, I think I'd prefer going up the mountain because then you can blow up the bomb flowers in Goron City and do Link the Goron. And also head into Lost Woods. But you've got Minuet. You could just play Minuet, actually. Which Hyper is doing.
And Sam's going to show us what's on adult shooting today. Serenade for Minuet.
Okay, movement is really good this seed. 50 is dead, we know that. And Hyper is bailing. Hyper is going back to the Temple of Time, not bothering with the rest of SFM.
And just some nuts for our shooting.
Yeah, that could have been worrying for Hyper if that was an item. I think if you know that you're going to go straight back into adult, I think it's fine to leave SFM because the first step that you're going to go, or one of the first steps, is just going to be back into Kakiri Forest anyway. We may see Hyper just playing either Minuet here, or no, probably going to play it at the back of Lolon Ranch. And you're right, good rune. I do like shit the Goron better, actually.
It looks like our carry Emerald is on Jabu today. I could quickly glance out of that.
Yeah, it's an interesting stone layout. We have Jabu being one of our stones and Forest being a stone. I hate Stone Forest. Absolutely despise it. Hate it so much that I just do it now. Like I just automatically do it. It's just like I've got over my disdain for missing items in Forest. I just like automatically do it now. But we'll probably see all the runners do Stone DC at some point. You remember, AD is Storms. Yeah, Hyper, maybe a little bit of the jitters. First knockout match. This is actually Hyper's first main tournament, or actually like any event whatsoever. Like on Yoshi's tournament tracker, Hyper doesn't have any entries before this tournament. So no league appearances, no like RSL or multi-world appearances. So which is really strange considering that Hyper's done 140 matches.
Wow.
Yeah, AU aim. Considering we need the letter to get Nocturne, and we're probably going to get a hook shot, a strength, and a bow, AD isn't looking too dreadful. Maybe the rang might be a sticking point, but we're going to need majority of the items for AD anyway.
And let's see if Talon has anything for us today. Slight high five, just a couple seconds missing between the two of them.
Yeah, they're both kind of, other than the reverse cack play that Sanzeau did, they're both treading on each other's toes. Sanzeau has done one more check in the adult shooting game. Sanzeau picking up this skull hit and also not caring about the usage of sticks with the 20 sticks. If that comes into play, the stick quota, then I'd love that.
I don't think that works here, Sanzeau.
Yeah, this is the dodgy D-pad and just like showing off that you've got like Zelda signatures. Like, yo, Malon, like, look what I got. Like, Zelda loves me, and like you're just a horse person.
Malon having their Bolero today. Makes getting to the crater nice and easy.
Yeah, more warp songs. That's also another song for when we go adult. And more sticks in the back of Holland Ranch. And here's our minuet that we were expecting. But Hyper's actually going to check the save quit first, which I enjoy.
And that would be our first kind of difference between the two runners.
Yo, and it's the top of DMC. Let's go. That was Prelude on Child SFM. I didn't see the volcano there. Too quick. More sticks.
More sticks.
Every check is a stick. What is going on?
I think somebody added plentiful sticks to the seed.
Yeah.
Big Goron is dead.
Every dead check is sticks. Oh, that was so interesting. Both read different hint stones and got the exact same hint. And that was the Stinger's check, the Boomerang check, is a wallet. So that was the DMT hint and an SFM hint. And IT Waters is dead. And 3 big chests in Mido's.
Wow,
strength.
Mido's loaded. And
Second bow. 2 sphere 0 bows and
the paperweight.
Okay, the strength is Pog. That allows us to do quite a bit of DC. We are 13 minutes in and we have no path hint. We have 0 direction. We've got almost all of the always hints except for 30 and 40 in School Mask.
At this point, we're just a hook shot away from just biting the bullet and going for forest. Just to knock out Temple. Or some dungeons.
Yeah. And with it being Storm and AD, like, you're probably kind of happy just to do forest, like, especially if you're getting kind of bottlenecked and not having much. Yeah, forest is looking like an okay play, and Hyper had a really good time of day to get Dampe then from taking the owl down to Night Cack. But unfortunately, Dampe didn't have anything in the seed.
I just thought, can we handle forest this morning?
That is a very good consideration. We'll just have to make forest entertaining for the crowd. That's what our job's going to be today. We have one job, and that's make forest fun.
We can do it. Speaking of, I forgot to grab coffee, so I'm going to step away for just a second to grab some coffee.
All right, that's okay. I've got chat with me. Chat will keep me entertained. Shoot the sun's dead. And there's another bloopy there. So, chat, why are we up today? Everybody tell me why you are awake, because if you're European, then you're allowed to be awake. That is absolutely reasonable for some Europeans.
Ways. Is that a good explanation?
But Hell Knight, have you been to bed or have you woken up?
You've been to bed? Isn't that the same? This is 2 same options. Isn't that like yeah? That's
well, I don't know if you've
you win,
slept yet.
I lose.
I'm just assuming you haven't slept this evening.
The appointments I currently have like basically the day-night rhythm of like someone from Japan, I guess.
Yeah.
Getting up at like 8 p.m. and being awake until like 2 p.m. That's fine because I'm trying to basically go 1 to clock once.
Oh, and get back to That's a pretty good idea. Slowly get around to the.
That's good when you don't have like
hours.
an office job. You can just do whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah, some of you are early birds. Some of you just love Zuta too much.
Hey now,
Which is great.
I'm an early bird, but 7 days you just gotta have the coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, I've already had one. I've already necked a coffee, but I don't get like impacted by coffee that much. I know some people when they have one coffee, they're like buzzing for the rest of the day, but I can definitely feel it if I have like 2 or 3 in a short period of time. More presenting. Let's have a count of how many times Sanzeau presents the letter to various NPCs in this game. So that is 3 presentations of the letter. I'll write that down. 2 to Malon, 1 to that is actually Bonnaroo, not Pierre, for those keeping track of Zelda lore.
But Bonnaroo was the guy that won Thunder Prize.
Yes, yeah, the Scarecrow in particular was the standard. Was it S2? S2, S3? I think it was S2.
Didn't you win S3 and S4?
No, was it Marco S3 and what the hell was S4? Oh, somebody is actually tracking Sanzeau letter presentation on the sheet. Thank you so much. Okay, Sanzeau picked up a ton of money there, which was kind of helpful. And now they're playing Prelude. Nothing in Lake. I don't think we checked any of the hints as well. And Hyper is on the heels of Sanzeau, deciding to do the Lake stuff.
Kyrie, thank you very much for the wait.
Kyrie? What are you doing
Kyrie.
awake as well? Morning, Kyrie. I don't know which part of Canada you're in. I don't know if you're on the East Coast or West Coast, but welcome. Richard has love.
Hey, that's good because we love Richard.
That is true. Oh, Sanzou's playing Serenade again. Taking the owl. I don't think Sanzou's checked the save quit yet.
I don't think so either. He's just been warping around. He doesn't know where his child spawn is.
Typhal, good morning. Thank you for the 21 months on the Silver Gauntlets. The best of mornings to you. As a rough update, we have minimal update. We are kind of Sanzou's tracker has a strength as well, just to let you know. So both have got a bow and both have got a strength. And both have a lot of songs, but we're running out of stuff to do. It looks like Sanzou's going to take a Field Valley play, which I think is completely reasonable considering the number of checks we do have remaining. Good morning, TJ. Best of mornings to you as well. The Hannah chest in Fire is a small key. Sadie is alive, alert, awake, and enthusiastic over the sound of Valley being done.
Why are we riding so early? Well, for our runners, it's not so early.
Yeah. Hyper is Australian. It's 9 p.m. for Hyper, so it really is late for Hyper.
For those of us East Coast people, it's early, and for you Pacific people, I know we have a couple in the chat, it's really, really early. But all in the love of Zuda.
It is all in the name of Zuta, absolutely. So yeah, I guess like checks we haven't seen. Sunsong Grave is dead. Interesting. Checks we haven't seen. Chickens is a big one we haven't seen.
How did we forget chicken?
Yeah, Hyper decided to do Dampe rather than chickens, which I can see that being a reasonable choice. But yeah, the check amount is being limited. Bolero, we can check the Bolero song. That's another song we can do. Ooh, Sanzou's going for this. I think Sanzou plays on VC, so I'll just have to wait and see what this is. Oh, it's a shield.
There you go. The team never buy a shield.
That was disappointing. I guess we could do DC checks. Oh, there's the L in the crater.
Interesting.
That opens up. Dancing Dad is one of the things it opens up. Oh, it had to be there. Ah. Oh, we know all the song locations? That's pretty pog.
No, according to our note sheet, we do.
That's really, really cool. Oh, River? We haven't seen River. And Sanzou's going to be picking up ZL here as well. Yeah, I guess ZL locks quite a lot of the songs in the game, so we could have deduced that. So here are some 1 check which is in logic, 2 checks that are out of logic, but 3 hints. Okay, Sanzou's going to do something really interesting, so keep an eye on Sanzou's screen. Sanzou's going to enter Goron City using the bow, and this isn't a glitch or anything that's against the standard. Well, it's not against the standard rule set, I should say. He's going to use the bow and an arrow to explode the bomb flower on this hand side, and it happens because the arrow is too quick to be detected by the collision as Zora's River is path to Bongo. And it's going to explode the bomb flower, and he's going to pass straight through.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, it was. I say discovered. It probably was discovered, in 1999, but it was discovered in the rando community about a month before S5, or maybe during S5. So it's been for about a year. Ziata Bongo, our first path hint, and we have a small chest. Wait, so that's confirmed AD. That's confirmed AD. The only check left in Zora's River is Storms, and Storms is on AD. So it's a roundabout method of confirming it's Storms on AD, and Spirit
Temple to Goma
is path to Goma. At last, some pathins. 25 minutes in. Guys, I know you're having fun on the note sheet, but I do want to actually write down here that it's AD for Storms because ZL to the Bongo and.
Wait, since when are we using the note sheet to write down stuff?
And last check is on Frogs 1. There you go, that's fine. I found a spot in the note sheet. It's all right. Yeah, maybe Mel changed with the settings and Frog Rupee Shuffle got turned on. That is a potential. Okay, Hyper knowing it's AD. Sanzou does not know that it's AD, but is in Stone DC, which is pretty much one of the last places where we have logical checks.
and doing without a bomb bag. This will be fun.
We have a 50-50 of team Bioshield winning and the other team not Bioshield one on the other side of the screen. So we've got a 50-50 balance. Good morning, Waity.
And what is the scale doing in DC?
Yo, scale and DCs. That opens up the dead checks in Zora's River. But it also opens up potential checks in Zora's domain as well. Yeah, I say We say it's AD. I think well, what could be on Path of Bongo that wouldn't make it AD? What are the things that it could be as a bow, because we could cheese it, use and choose, but we have a bow. So it probably is hard AD. It's very likely that it is.
And why are light arrows also in DC?
More pointless items for the moment in Dodongo's Cavern.
I don't know
Yeah,
how they light arrows are.
Start the small pool.
Okay, we all right? Horse in there. We knew that. We deduced that. But I say we deduced that. Chat deduced that. And I've taken credit for it. Which is about 90% of commentary. Another big chest, but that one is actually smash locked. So we need either the hammer or the bomb bag to logically access that. Small chest, small chest. Not checking the small chest, even though there could be bomb shoes in there. Sanzou's out of there.
I wonder if this could be a DC play for Hyper as well. Maybe City first.
Yeah, they're both really, really running out of checks. Sanzou probably is going to do Lake as child. I say Lake as child. River as child. To do Domain as well, which is sensible. Doing 2 birds and 1 stone. So, tracker for Sanzou. Here's a scale. Thank you, tracker. Love you. Okay, we'll get some new checks, new hints in Domain on Sanzou's side. Hyper is going to be clearing DC, which we've just seen. So we'll be keeping an eye. Oh, using the scale to check the Ruto's letter spot. And it's a bomb bag! Oh, wow. Okay. There we go. Seed is open.
So, is that technically bomb-locked bombs?
No, because the strength is logical to get the scale. So that is absolutely fine.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no?
Hyper are choosing not to continue further in DC, so he will not be collecting his scale or lights.
He got the scale. The scale was the first.
He got the scale.
He got the scale. He left after the scale. Didn't get the. So he's probably seen the bomb bag in Lake as well, and he's rushing to get that. He didn't get the light arrows. That was on the second chest. And we saw DC to Volvagia as a hint just then. So maybe DC Volvagia looks like the scale probably for that bomb bag at the moment. Probably key shenanigans in fire. But there could be something deeper in there as well. We'll keep an eye on that. To be fair, theoretically, that scale may unlock the entirety of the seed. And so anything bomb, like we could find like the hammer behind the bomb bag, probably. But I was going to say, I really enjoy these bottleneck seeds, actually. I quite enjoy a linear seed. It's why I enjoy in RSL settings things like Closed Door. Because it kind of puts you down like a more linear route, and you got to think about routing a lot more. There's a lot more thought on the routing and decision making. So I think we saw a big chest in domain.
And we're just gonna get some love for our diving. Or a piece of love.
We did not see a big chest in the torches. Oh, wait, do you want a duck in a claw machine? It's amazing. Like, one, it's very difficult to win things like that. And two, ducks are cool. Hold on, I've got a duck emote. Pending. Hold on. There you go. Have a duck. Okay, Sanzeau is going to be able to deduce its AD in a minute because just picked up the river to bongo hint, and we'll do the 3 checks here in river and realise that Sanzeau won't pick up anything. Yo, Guru playing beginner RSL. Best of luck. That's where I started in RSL, playing the beginner seeds. They will still be bad because RSL just generally is bad. It's just that you won't have the worst settings, even though I think Key Sanity is the worst setting in RSL and it's in the beginner settings, so.
We've just had my favorite thing happen from sanzeau. Beans have been bought.
Oh, so we could plant some beans in lake. And the first hook shot loves to hide on the top of lab.
And there's our 30th dead again.
Yeah, the last... Actually, kind of overall hints, we're doing pretty good. We're missing 40. As a collective, we're missing 40. We're missing a sometimes hint. And we're missing 2 path hints. The path hints we've got at the moment, River to Bongo, which makes it AD for Storms. Spirit to Goma. And we do have ability to do child spirit checks with the bomb bag. We could buy bomb shoes, but we don't have a projectile, so that is kind of out of logic. And the other one is DC to Volvagia. We haven't done all of DC yet. We've seen the first part of it. We picked up a scale, which gave us a bomb bag, and that is going to pretty much open up the entirety of the seed for us. So,
And more beans have been bought. I am a happy camper.
what happens when we plant you into the soft soil patches in Ocarina of Time Randomizer, Killer Beans?
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Do you turn into a green leafy thing that's got like blades on it that isn't rideable but attacks like NPCs?
Yes.
Sadie
Thanks, you
missed the
can show
bomb
us.
bag. I thought I shouted quite loudly. I thought I woke everybody up.
Sanzeau, you're going to show us the Castle Fairy? Why not? You have nothing else really to do. And you're here.
Yeah, whilst you're here.
And bombs.
That check can really be a deciding point in a seed, if you do decide to do it. So there's about 240 checks in Essex, and about 100 of them, I think it is, are like have logical bomb implications. Not that they're directly locked behind bomb bag, but there are bomb bag implications in the logic. So just explosives in Ocarina of Time Randomizer is just so huge. Yeah, could go back and full clear DC. We do know it's AD, so we know it's done. I mean, it needs to be done. Just planting this bean now, so in the
There's
adult
our
segment.
40 hit.
Was it dead?
It's dead.
Ooh, okay, so only collecting 20 skulls, and Skull Mask is dead as well. I bet doing Child Goron City. I think this is the first time we've seen these checks. Okay, this is a new check here. This is near Market Grotto for Sanzeau.
Wow.
Strength 2. Silver Gauntlets.
Get your silver gauntlets in the chat.
So that's pretty big. Sanzeau is going to get good time of day here and be able to do Dampe.
And Hyper are going to show us the maze for the first time.
Mm-hmm. And Sanzou's going to be able to do all three of these checks here with the Strength 2.
These seeds of Evolgia again.
Yeah, there's that repeat. Okay, I don't know if Sanzou is going to be able to get 10 skulls here. Maybe not.
Are we going to get to see Dancing Dad today? That's probably my favorite check in the whole game that I have not seen in a long time.
Here we go. Dancing Dad. You will get no cutscene though, unfortunately.
Okay.
Eye drops for a dead big Goron, unfortunately. So, no frog warping, no handing in of the eye drops today. Sanzou really not caring about sticks, just using a single stick for every keys. Just put the middle finger up.
20.
Poor big Goron and his dry eyes. Okay, opponents for Sanzou.
He forgot his fire.
Yeah, this is a thing I've seen sometimes. If you're in the dark part of the corridor, for some reason the stick sometimes doesn't light up. And I have no idea why. Maybe he didn't actually get the storage correctly or something, but... Oh.
That's one trick I have yet to master. Oh no!
Yeah, it's it could be, it's just walking through doors is hard. Like it's on the face of it, it doesn't seem that hard, but yeah, it is kind of a tricky trick.
And
Sounds
the
like you're not
beans
doing
have been
the-
planted.
Yeah, Hyper dropping the beans. Sounds like you're not doing a setup for us and just kind of it's eyeballing it. But it's got it, so that's brilliant. And this is a big chest.
Oh wow!
Hyper must have
Which
done
is
this
going
as
to
adult.
have magic. Wow.
Okay, wow, that is magic locked magic.
Hypro simply either forgot or orphaned that chick.
Yeah, I can't remember if Hyper was an adult or not when they got opponents.
He was.
Yeah, so they didn't have the ability to pick that up because you can't do the flame
That-
storage as
that
child.
makes sense. For some
But
reason, I
yeah,
was
magic lock
thinking-
magic.
For some reason, I was thinking you could still use sticks as adult. That's what 4 a.m. does.
yeah.
correct.
Yes, that's really a good pickup, but not really usable at the moment because we don't have Dins, Furrows, or Fire Arrows. So we'll just keep that in the back of our mind. Yeah, Sadie is correct. If you're an adult in life in general, you cannot use any sticks. You're not allowed to have sticks as an adult. Sticks are only for kids. I won't show you my stick collection later on, Sadie, then. Okay, this is Remote Grotto in Field that Hyper is in. There's a big chest.
And there's a wallet.
That's the second wallet that we know of the seed. The other one is on the Stinger's chest in Jabu. Isn't there somebody who knows Ocarina of Time glitches more than me? If you isn't there something like if you equip swap sticks as adults, you break the game, it soft locks or something? Good morning, Purple. The best of mornings to you. Hope you're well. We'll give you a quick rundown of what's going on. We had a huge bottleneck at the start of the seed, where we picked up a strength, and strength gave us access to DC. We got a scale, and Ruto's letter had a bomb bag. So that's kind of been how the seed has really opened up. There's another big chest here. I think this is the strength 2 in the near market grotto. The main point is that we had a river to bongo hint, and all of the non-storms checks, the 3 non-storms checks had nothing, and storms is on AD. So storms is required, it's AD for whatever is on Frogs 1. And it's probably something like Dins or Hovers. And both runners should be able to deduce it at least. But yeah, huge bottleneck, 45 minutes in, and, you know, items are kind of minimal. Bombs and bow, yeah, okay. Strength 2, okay. And a scale, but, like, no hook. No boots. Temple of Time to Morpher. So, Temple of Time had Requiem.
That's interesting.
Requiem on Green Med, which was our free medallion. And Shadow and Fire are our lax medallion, so it could be something like Long Shot, Iron Boots on lax, or it could be the use of Requiem to get one of those items. So we'll keep an eye on the child spirit key. Well, we'll keep an eye on the key logic and spirit for when we pop in there, which I think we're going to be doing pretty shortly. There's no reason to not be going into spirit and checking the adult side at least.
And so far, none of our fairies are giving us anything.
Good question from Tofile. Our Colossus song was Saria's. So we had both songs for forest access, so it's not forest access. Dancing Dad had nothing, right? Dancing Dad didn't have anything.
Correct.
And Saria's kid didn't have anything, so don't think it's Saria's song.
Second dip to DC now for sanzeau.
Yeah, sanzeau did more progression in DC, so is able just to blow up the eyes here. There was a big chest here as well.
And DC is absolutely loaded. And there's our hook shot.
Yeah, that's a really big item. That's now forest full clearable. We can also use the Bolero song as transportation now across the bridge. There's also things like GTG logic implications in that as well. There could be Pierre implications in that too. So, wow, that's a hook shot. Really gives us a lot of considerations. Yeah, no reason to not do forest first, as chat is suggesting. If you have deduced that it is AD, you do need to kind of think about it twice to deduce it's AD. But there would be no reason not to. We have minuet, so we don't need to think about getting there as well. You don't need to route it in. Yeah, purple. Really good question on whether it could be bait. I was thinking about this before, and I think it's difficult because we have a logical bow. We have two logical bows, and that's one of the core items that could be AD bait. So I think it's more than likely that it is hard AD. I think I'm struggling to find implications of it being bait AD. We have two wallets. Well, we know where one wallet is even. Yeah, that AD could be magic. Yeah, very likely. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. If it's magic on Frogs 1, then it is bait. Magic was
Lake
on
to Twin Rover.
Sorry, was that Lake to Twin Rover?
It sure was.
Okay. We found the bomb bag there.
Bombs.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
We've seen fishing yet, and we've not seen shoot the sun. So
Shoot the Sun's hinted dead. You're right. We haven't seen the adult lake checks. Another big chest here. That was the DMC hintstone, Sadie.
ha! Another scale.
And that's the bomb-locked gold scale. So that tells us a bit about where the hammer is, potentially. If the path hint was for the scale.
And here's a spirit play coming from sanzeau.
Yeah, water bait is now a thing as well. Wow, if it is magic AD bait, because we know magic has to be WAF now, that really changes whether you do Forest Temple or not next. So now I see Sanzeau doing Spirit first is a stronger play. Yeah, we have to do Spirit. And we have a hook shot now, so getting this key is so much better.
And who wants Stone Forest at 4?
That is very true.
Hyper is dipping back into DC now, so he'll be picking up his lights. And was that the hook shot in DC? Sure
Yeah.
was. There they are.
So that key was hook shot locked. I wonder if there's another key here. No, there's not. Okay. So needed that hook for adult at least. This is definitely turned into one of those seeds that I would hate to play, but really want to watch. EK here. So that is adult mirror, adult upper. So that's key 4. That's also the BK. And that's a dead one. That's a dead one. So we can only do the map chest and the sunblock chest with bow crap as adult, which is the use of Armos's to light the torches with an arrow. That's child upper. So that's key 2. And a big chest. Just the
Which was our
boomerang. Okay. So we needed letter for ice anyway. Sanzou's doing bow crap. Oh, wow. Okay, it's time for content, ladies and gentlemen. And everybody in between. So Sanzou's going to push this Armos all the way up these stairs. No, he's decided against it. Okay, so what you do, you push the Armos block all the way up the stairs. It's really, really slow and tedious. And you put it in a position. Actually, when you get up there, the position is kind of free. It's just the pushing it up there is really, really slow. And then use the torch to light the arrows. Takes a couple of minutes, actually. Okay, still misses a small key in Spirit. Hyper's just killed King Dodongo.
There's some bomb chews.
Better late than never for the chews. And we've got to remember, yeah, Spirit is path to Goma.
And another big chest.
Big chest on the right hand.
With the letter.
That's Rito's letter!
Wow.
Whoa! Okay, so ice is now available, so Nocturne is available. We've got to hand the letter in before we can actually go into ice. But also, that is Jabu fully completable as well. So Kokiri Sword could be chilling in ice. Really nice movement from Sanzeau here to do this in the quick method. So really, really well played there.
And Hypro gonna give us our first Stone Forest book. Don't go back to sleep, chat. It's gonna be a good race you'll miss out on.
Yeah, so Hyper decided to go into Forest rather than Spirit. Probably pushing the AD more. Night Gut Rune. Sleep well.
And with that, I would like to say happy 1 hour, everyone. Shout out to our trackers making this happen, keeping us in, or keeping our sanity straight and all this stuff straight, because it is now 5 a.m. still early. To our trackers, Guru, Emerald, and Sadie Sweet. Shout out to our runners for giving us the content to watch, Hypro and Sanzu. To our commentating team, which is myself and Chuckles, and our restreamer today, who has runners.
I think it's RS.
RS? Yeah, our race monitor is also Guru. And there's our restreamer, who is Hell Knight.
Thanks, Gut Rune. Okay, one key in Forest thus far. Sanzu is rushing to hand in the letter. This is a big decision point. Do you do Jabu or not? And I think you do this on an individual runner basis on whether you're going to do AD or not. Whether you're pushing that.
Oh, and one I forgot to mention. A big shout out and thank you to everybody awake bright and early to participate in the watching of this race and enjoying ZSR with us.
Well, I hope they're not enjoying ZSR. I hope they're enjoying TSG.
Well, yeah.
ZSR are doing multi-world at the moment.
I saw that on the race time. And race time's so because I look over and our two runners are flipped on race time.
Mm-hmm.
So I keep getting confused on who is who.
Yeah, Santa's got the fish. He's going into Jabu. He's pushing the AD. Yeah, the other options, yeah, definitely. We know we need to do ice. Ice is progression to get Nocturne. We can't use the Nocturne at the moment. Yeah, you know what? I don't have a clue what I would do. I would just feel whatever option I did would be wrong. You have Prelude, and you have Serenade in a scale. It's not a pain to age change and come back to here. Yes, you are losing time doing it, but it's not an absolute pain. You've already done DC. You know you need to do ice. This is a really, really tricky situation. It's actually a question I'm going to put down for Sanzeau on deciding to do Jabu instead of ice at this point. Boomerang's potentially path. That's very true. We know the Jabu chest, the boomerang chest is dead here. We could full clear GTG, especially with our knowledge that toilet is dead. Question mark. Was that the last scene I watched? I think it was. I don't think we've got a toilet hunt. Well, let's see whether doing Jabu is the right play or not. As we see Hyper in one stone dungeon, and we see Sanzeau in the other stone dungeon. Strength 2 was in the near market grotto in Hyrule Field.
Sadie, Strength 2 was in the near market grotto, and then we had our first strength in Maya.
Sadie is struggling, but powering through. Thank you so much, Sadie, for sticking with us. I know you haven't been to sleep yet, so I know as the time goes on. I said I hope it's a jet for you, but it's looking like it's very much not a jet, and it might go over 3 hours. Good morning, Fortant. Best of mornings to you. Glad that you're here with us. Okay, nothing in Jabu. But it's not necessarily the items in Jabu that we're really considering. It's what's at the end of it, which is the stone to pick up Song of Storms. Both of these areas are 2 new areas for checks. So we'll keep an eye on these. See if we do pick up anything. Hyper doing very well in Forest. Forest is definitely one of those dungeons. It's less fun to watch, but actually doing Forest, there's a lot you need to do. You're always on your toes. Always kind of making sure that you get the pose in the right cycles and you kill the Stalfos and get the right recoils and things like that.
That's 9 Scorpulus now for Sanzeau. I think we're at 12 for Hypero. And there's our Kakiri. Yep.
Also for Sanzou's tracker, Sanzou has done DC. Which we have listed as the the Kikeri Emerald. Okay, so another check coming up here. We've got all the keys required, so this isn't going to be a small key. And it's going to be a big chest.
Which is big. That's awesome.
That is big. That is the Megaton Hammer. That is a hard required item for us to beat the Fire Temple.
So that means DC has our hook shot to get us to forest for hammer for Vivaldi. That fulfills our path.
Absolutely.
And I'm finally starting to learn a little bit of zero logic.
Yeah, the other consideration it could be is that it's the scale to pick up the bomb bag. And that bomb bag does give us that hook shot. But also could just be for key logic in fire as well. There's a couple of things, but what's important is that it's resolved in some way, shape, or form. We also have a Templar Time path to Morpher to consider as well. Oh, there's a bomb bag on what do you call it? Morpher, yeah. No, there's a bomb bag on Baronade. Yeah.
Rogmoss.
And the letter was on the left hand, which is bomb locked. That's a bomb locked bomb bag.
Letter was right here. No, you're right. Left hand.
Yeah, and
right hand if you're looking at it.
I remember the Vigia James. It's not a mnemonic, but the Vigia James comment now is that you know it's the left hand because the chest lands on you, and the right hand is the right hand because the chest is right there.
Ah, I like that logic.
Thank you, Vigia.
Makes sense.
Oh, that's another presentation of the letter. That's a fourth presentation of the Zelda's letter. Showing it off to the great fairies, just being like, look what I got. I got an autograph from the princess. How cool's that? Why do they call it an oven? I don't know, Tofile. Why do they call it an oven? I don't know if this is a joke or a question. I don't get your sentence, Tofile. When you off in the cold food.
Yeah, it's I'm also very confused.
Life is difficult at 5 a.m. Confirmed.
Listen, 5 a.m. has nothing to do with anything. It's only Saturday. What better things could you be doing than watching the Silver Gauntlets? Hyper just missing the one cycle. And gets him in 2.
So, this is interesting. Sanzeau is heading to ice, it seems. We know we need to do it. We need the Nocturne out of ice. So, that is completely reasonable. Do the things that you hard need to do before doing the things you potentially don't need to do.
And if I had to guess, this is a Scarecrow play and Lab Roof play from Hypero.
Yeah. Killer Beans, I think we're getting some external audio on your side. I don't know if you've got somebody around you or you got the TV on or something.
Shouldn't be.
Oh, maybe it's Helmet.
I
No,
did
don't
see HK lighting up a little bit.
Oh.
Okay. I was gonna say, ain't nobody at my
HK.
household awake.
Okay, Iron's in Zora's Fountain. We know Icy Waters is dead, so that could have been convenient, but you know, we need it to do water. We don't need it for Icy Waters, but at least we have it. Even though we've actually got Gold Scale, so it probably is just proper DLC.
Hypero just missing the big fish.
Yeah, there are definitely other fish in the pool. There are other fish in the pond, as the saying goes. No, there are other fish in the sea. I don't know.
Just a piece of love.
Good morning, Benji. Best of mornings to you. Glad you're here. We are playing Ocarina of Time Randomizer. It's the game we all know and love from 1998, except for the items are logically put into different places.
Logic? What is this logic you speak of?
Yeah, imagine. Imagine logic. Ooh, nothing there. So Lab Dive is the last lake check. And if this is nothing, then it's going to be the bomb bag.
Yeah, take the more traditional route for Lab Dive today.
We've seen Lab Dive, and it is nothing. Okay. Confirmed. So that means it is the bomb bag, which is Path to Twin Rover.
So our bomb bag is going to get us mirror shield the Twin Rover? You'd have to.
Say that again, sorry.
Bomb bag gives us mirror shield the Twin Rover, or something to mirror shield.
Well, we got a strength at the market grotto. We need a bomb bag to beat. Do we need a bomb bag to beat? Twin Rover. Oh, this is when the spirit logic gets wacky. But the bomb bag also opens up the hammer. So I don't know whether. The strength 2 doesn't lock the hammer. Oh, of course you straight up need bombs to beat spirit. I'm thinking of the key logic, but of course you actually need to do it for the upper mirror room, don't you? You just need the bomb bag.
I'm 17 scroll through this now for Hypero. Closing in on that point. I've always found it interesting how Link needs 2 hands to use the Megaton hammer, but can use 1 hand from a crouch.
Yeah, I've always thought that as well, actually.
And use it with lightning speed.
Okay, here's a big chest and fire.
And a t-shirt.
Okay, Zora tunic. So nothing other than Nocturne at the moment for Sanzeau. That's a really good Wolfos kill there. Okay, so just the irons and Nocturne from the Fountain Ice play.
Yeah, that makes vanilla irons. That's not rando.
No, the irons were in Fountain, sorry.
Oh, I must have missed it.
Yeah, Requiem for Letter for the irons. It's 4 key locked. So that's a potential. Still missing 2 small keys in Spirit. It's one of the annoying things about the Spirit key logic. Here's the BK in fire.
And that was a lovely place for our other icy waters hint. Right there at the icy waters.
Oh, nice.
And just gonna throw it on the ground.
Let's look on the fish. I felt like Hyper didn't go too far into fire.
Definitely not. Rushing straight for that BK.
We can see we didn't get double forest, but we are seeing a second forest from Sanzeau now. And this will be AD for Sanzeau.
Makes 13 now for Sanzeau.
Oh yeah, there was a hammer in here. There was an item in it. Yeah, with how deep you go into Forest Temple to pick up the hammer, you may as well stay. Especially because the rest of the checks are items. this Volvagia play. Doesn't have a Goron tunic. Doesn't have a bottle. So actually, this is going to be tight. This is looking good though. Oh, very nice Hyper. Very, very good. Another consideration on this, what we've been thinking about, this potential bait for AD. Still no Dins, still no hovers. And there's a Mirror Shield on Volvagia.
So yeah, it's hammer to mirror for spirits.
It's a good item to pick up. That's really handy for Hyper in that Hyper will be able to do this in one dip now in Spirit. Has all the tools in his possession to completely clear the entirety of the Spirit Temple. Yeah, bombs for like everything. Yep. Yep. That is so true. And we kind of felt like that at the time because we were so bottlenecked and had very few items that bomb bag basically opened up the entirety of the seed.
Okay.
There's a slingshot. Was that the Colossus Fairy?
This is the Crater Fairy.
Really fire like Texas Child. Crater Fairy. Okay. Again, definitely fun seed to watch. Pretty bad seed to play. Huge bottleneck. Loads of logic spaghetti. Bait AD potentials. It's an unenjoyable seed to play. And we still haven't seen Child Spirit. What on? Suns is on Burning Cack. The actual prelude song was Serenade, I think. No, that's wrong. I'm looking at this wrong. Somebody help me out. That was it. Yeah. We started with the Minuet song. That's why I'm confused. Okay, just seeing a lot of duplicate-y sort of stuff. So let's just have a small refresher of where we are, who we are, why we're here. Okay, this is the Challenge Cup of the Season 6 tournament. So runners ranked 65th to 128th. This is the single knockout phase of the tournament following a group phase. Hyper won his group 3-0. And sanzeau, I'm assuming sanzeau was 2-1 to be second in their group. Sanzou's been playing OoT since Season 2. Has been in the main tournament since Season 2. Dropped down to Challenge Cup this time around, which was a bit of a shock. But Hyper's a new gun. Only Aussie player really in the community. Grinding it out recently. Has played twice as many races than what sanzeau has on race time, but how much runners play off race time is a different thing. So we've kind of got new grinder versus old school runner here, which is really interesting. This is the last week of the first round of bracket matches. So the first round is going to be completed by the end of this weekend. A lot of the races have already been done. We've got Kresma Jarkin on TSG later on today, so look forward to that. This is going to be Boomerang for Hyper. Hyper just clearly deciding either doesn't know how to do the bow crap, lighting the torches using the Armos block, or just full blown deciding not to do it. We saw Sanzeau start doing it and then ditch it after realizing how slow the Armos push is. Okay, we're going to see new checks now. We're going to see mirror shield lock checks here in Spirit. We'll see if these hold any of our keys or any items. No key there. So we have 4 checks left that could have keys. The 2 in Child Lower, the map chest, and the sunblock room. And we are still missing 2 keys. Good, Rune. I saw that you were going to sleep, and I've just seen your message on the note chat.
I may be a little behind with the chat, but I'm just seeing Good Dream's message on the chat. I think I have every song except for Suns at this point. Sanzeau does not have the hammer yet.
Yeah, it's on this blue po.
And there it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, following this, we're probably going to see another repeat, so another other dungeons. So Sanzeau after this is going to do fire, and Hyper after this is going to do Gabu. So we're going to see more duplicates. Yeah, good question. Fake. Hyper's tracker has the Jabu medallion highlighted, not the DC medallion highlighted. Or the stone highlighted even. I think our stone layout is technically the wrong way round. I think that's maybe where the confusion has come in.
Yeah.
I think actually the Kiri Emerald is yeah, I think we switched some stuff around halfway through. It's okay.
We'll give you a pass. It's early. Or late, depending on where you are around the globe. Everybody gets free passes.
I mean, I've been looking at the tracker for about an hour and a half now, and I didn't realize. So.
5:30. 5:30 is not bad. 5:30 is where I am. .30 is usually when I wake up. So it wasn't too horrible this morning. And Trollrola, so far playing nice with Hybrid this morning.
Yeah, first time we're seeing this boss. I didn't check the stones. Good room.
Oh no.
Jay, hello. Good to see you. Best of mornings. Even though some people in Europe it's going to be afternoon soon. We're having some fun today. We had a bit of a bottleneck seed to start off with. We've got potential bait AD for what could be magic on Frogs 1. Storms is AD, but we still don't have Dins and Hovers, and River is Path to Bongo. So it could be bait AD. We've got Spaghetti Logic. We had a bottleneck start. We've had a roller coaster, and we're currently just seeing a lot of repeat stuff. The runners did the dungeons in different orders, and we're just seeing them go through their steps. So Sanzou's just picked up the hammer, so Sanzou's going to do fire next. Hyper's just picked up the letter. He's going to do Jabu next, probably. Actually, he might not do Jabu next. This is going to be another kind of decision point here on whether Hyper does the stone Jabu or just rushes ice. But chat seems to think that doing Jabu is the stronger play.
I don't know. A stone Jabu, and you know you have a song on ice.
Yeah, it's just how much you'd like how much you're pushing for the storms. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Hold on.
And we'll see if Phantom Ganon plays nice with Sanzu. So far, not so good. Right, yeah. Pick up OOT as child. Makes sense.
Yeah, good point. You're gonna be. I'm back, by the way. You'll be charred after doing Jabu. You can pick up OOT straight away. So more convenient routing for Hyper. Yeah, Forton, you do in these settings.
make
You do
point.
need to hand in the letter. You can't glitchlessly jump over King Zora in this the rules of the tournament.
I
You can
forgot
do
about
normally.
that factor.
Yeah, you can do in the standard rule set allows it. It's just in this tournament it was banned. Yeah, still missing Kakiri sword as well.
Who needs the Kakiri sword anyway?
Well, we do because it's closed Deku. So, unless you want to mega flip over Mido.
I forgot Deku is actually a medallion this time around.
Yeah, just Mido skip. Yeah. We do it every seed. Let's just do it a second time. Yeah, Pierre before doing fire, very prudent. Yeah, and Hyper's just doing Jabu. So another duplicate dungeon on Hyper side. We've seen Jabu. The Stinger's chest has hinted a wallet, so I can't imagine that Hyper is going to be collecting that. And Sanzu looks like he's prepping to do fire. The BK is actually quite early. It's in the lower maze. It's in the lower maze.
I have still never understood the Mido skip and Mido skip and Mido skip.
I don't think there's anything to get. I think it's just a
It just
gag.
makes my brain hurt to think about. Sadie can explain it the best.
Well, the original joke was that Mido skip is playing Minuet, but I think it developed from there.
I actually think I have notes of what Mido skip is printed out somewhere.
Yeah, this is interesting from Sanzu, just deciding not to do a progression dungeon. Unless Sanzu's just deciding to do these checks here. But if Sanzu goes to GTG, that's a choice. You have Bolero. You have the tools to do fire. It's a required dungeon. Also, Sanzu can pick up AD now. This is the wallet.
Yeah, Sadie, you're good. I was just saying, you explain the Mido skips the best.
Okay, yeah, Sanzu was just being safe, clearing out everything in field. And we've seen a couple of races recently where the deep field checks have had stuff, so just playing safe. I don't really know much about each other's play styles. Like I've watched Sanzu a couple of times in races. but not a lot. And Hyper, I don't think I've ever seen Hyper race.
Oh, I found the note on Mido Skip, which is the same thing in the night pod. So.
Yeah, Mido Skip is just doing a semi-precise backflip over Mido in Lost Woods to get access to adult SFM. Oh, Coat Piper's okay. Yeah, that's good. So whilst we're in Fire Temple, I played a new game mode of Ocarina of Time yesterday, thanks to Bear Kofka. And we played Scarecrow Percent, or Pierre Percent, which was a joke in one of the ZSR chats recently, but Bear decided to turn it into an actual game mode. And it is Forced Starter's Child, Ocarina Shuffle, Song Shuffle, Closed Door, and your aim is to do the Pierre chest in fire. So you have to find an ocarina, open the door, set Scarecrow as child, and then turn adult, find a hook shot, set Scarecrow as adult, and do the Pierre check. Yeah, the advantage that Sanzeau has here is that Sanzeau has Ruto's letter and the empty bottle now that Hyper didn't have here. So Sanzeau has the opportunity to get a fairy for Vavagia.
I think Sanzu does have a fairy. He does.
Yeah, I was just saying that Hyper didn't have a fairy. That's all. And we're still very good in defeating Vavagia. Okay, we're going to see Boss and Boss. We're going to see Evolve on one side. We're going to see Baronade on the other side. So let's see how good these are from each of the runners. They're going to pretty much be even, aren't they? Like,
you're right.
they're pretty much going to be
It's essentially neck and neck.
Yeah. Baronade is quicker, and Hyper is already child. And they've all done pretty similar checks as well.
It's almost like they watch each other's games and know what they're really going to do and mimic.
Oh, Sanzeau hasn't done Twin Rover yet. Absolutely.
Oh no. I think Sanzu is out of explosives, and his timer is going to run out. That's where that fairy is going to come into use.
Safety fairy. Yeah, I wonder if Hyper is going to do the well now. Probably a good time to do the well. You've done AD for the sake of it. You may as well push the benefits of that and do the well when you can.
And almost 2 hours, Sanzu now has his mirror shield.
Mm-hmm. So now Sanzu can do the rest of Spirit. Sanzu's already done a significant amount of it. Hyper playing Serenade out of there. Not dipping down doing the Frog's one check first, which is the path. Oh, of course, you do actually need to pick up the storms first, don't you? Of course. Doy. Here's me thinking it just got automatically delivered to you.
Just to confirm, Storms is unlocked once you get all 3 stones. Or OOT is when you get all 3 stones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My game is glitched. I was working on a randomizer seed yesterday. I got all 3 stones, but would not trigger my OOT, which I need for my opponent's song.
You trying to do it as child?
I have. I'll have to double check it though.
Okay, doing well first. Yeah, it could be that because we know the boomerang potentially could be Path to Goma. It could be that the Frog's one is the Kikiri sword and like Din's is in Deku. That's a possibility. Or it could just be that the Path of Goma in Spirit is the Ruto's letter to get Nocturne and the Kikiri swords in Shadow. It's really interesting. I would definitely do the well. And it's just whether you do it, which order you do it in.
Oh wait, that's a personal note sheet. It's because I haven't completed Deku because I don't know B1 skill.
There we go.
Haha.
Oh, unfortunately getting hit by the Scorchler. That could be frustrating sometimes when you're doing it in that method. Okay, let's keep an eye on the well. Yeah, we've got a big chest. Okay, Sanzo just clearing up the rest of spirit here. Nothing else in the well thus far.
And our bot giving a good message to the chat. We're always looking for more volunteers on the commentating, grace monitors, and tracking teams, especially on these early morning graces. So if you have an interest, feel free to join the Discord and sign up. We'll be happy to have you on board.
And we're not a cult, don't worry.
Especially if you'd rather hear somebody other than Chuckles and myself at 4 a.m.
I don't know. I think we're the ideal pairing for an early morning race. Gut rune. Do we need more monitors? We need more gut runes. We need more gut runes. Yeah, pretty much the tale of the tape thus far is that we've been on a bit of a dungeon rush for AD storms. We know that that the Frog's 1 check. We're just gonna open up this big chest. Hold up. Okay, there's the Kakiri sword. Okay, so that is the. Oh, there's a big chest there as well. So sword in well for either the Rang letter in the Spirit Temple, like both fulfill that because both are required to do Jabu to do the AD, which is the Song of Storms. Yeah, so we've been doing AD for Storms. We know that actually Frog's 1 also has a potential path to Bongo. It may be the first magic, which we've already got the second magic, which was magic locked. That's the big
Wow,
one.
both swords in bottom of the well.
Yeah, both swords. Nice. So we'll probably see Hyper head over to Frog's 1 next. Oh, there's another big chest here.
Big chest.
Okay.
With our Din's Fire.
There's
Bottom of
Din's
the well
Fire.
is loaded.
Okay, so that now limits the Frog's 1 check to be potentially hovers, potentially magic now.
And
Yeah,
yep,
so-
there's a 30-minute time save.
Yeah, so Jabu doers rejoice. It was hard required.
Let's see if our target in the woods holds anything for us.
Mm.
Nope. So
it
now
looks like-
we get the Deku play.
Yeah, Hyper's doing Deku first, which is absolutely fine. We need to do it.
After he checks the storms ground. I forgot he has storms now.
Couple more storms checks.
Did anybody else catch that?
Yeah, that was we've seen that hint in Fountain. It was the water boss key check is dead. I think we've got all the hints.
It wasn't even on the screen for half a second for me to even try to make out what it was.
Yeah, you get used to it.
I guess I'm just old. My brain doesn't process as fast as it used to.
Well, after you've played 300 seeds and you've watched another 300 after that, you don't read the actual text. You just know what the text looks like. Okay, Sanzu with the storms played Minuet. So this looks like going to the river first. I don't think Sanzu's done Child Goron City. Maybe Sanzu does this as well at the same time.
He has not.
It might be a bit more of a child clean for Sanzu.
I was gonna say he's being a little more conservative with those sticks, but
Yeah, still just whacking the sticks away. Like, which will be fine soon because they're gonna pick up the Kakiri sword, you'd think.
I don't know. It could be a situation like me and not sure how to break the stick in half. So you just have to use it.
There's a big chest
doubt
here
it.
in Deku. Oh, there's the hover boots. Okay, so almost everything locked by storms, it seems. So now we have Dins and now we have hovers. So it's looking very likely that Frog's 1 is the first magic.
At least first magic for Hyper. Because we got magic in the composure group.
Oh yeah, Hyper doesn't even have the magic. Good point. Jeez Louise. The first the magic that Sanzu's got is in the Composer's Grave, which is magic locked. Yeah, I completely forgot that Sanzu hasn't got that. Sorry, Hyper hasn't got that.
I think because Hyper warped out after picking up his opponents.
Because he was adult. So. But it's looking very likely that Frog's 1 is just going to have the magic for Hyper. Okay, is Hanzu not doing Child Goron City?
Goma has always been my favorite fight. Because it's so quick.
Yeah. The bosses in this game can be pushovers at times. Yeah, it was in Deku, the hover boots. And so everything locked by storms, it seems. We might not even see GTG the seed.
That Star's dream of the toilet seems to be fading more and more.
So here's Sanzu doing the storms check. Gonna check if it's magic or not. Here we go.
And what could it be? There, you are right.
Okay, so the path to Bongo was bait. It's just a shame that storms also locked everything else. Hyper will be in go mode when Hyper does Frog's 1. And yeah, and also we'll get the Ice Cavern Nocturne, which he knows is there. But Sanzu, once Sanzu does the well, Sanzu will also be in Oh no, we need the long shot. Sorry, we need the long shot. Yeah,
Here's another big chest
we need the long shot.
with the ice arrows. He's just gonna scam them away.
Yeah, both runners still need the long shot.
I don't think we've seen chickens either.
Yeah, chickens is one of those things that we did skip over.
And here comes Frog's one for Hyper.
Yeah, gonna pick up the magic. Gonna see a shadow clear. Yeah, we've got. It's not really casino because we've got the whole of progression shadow to do, and then we've got water to clear for the BK as well.
And I completely missed it, but happy 2 hours, everybody. We're making it.
Yeah, we've got Hyper and Sanzeau running today, so thanks for them for letting us showcase this first bracket match for them. Emerald Moosey, Mousy, and Sadie and Gutrune are tracking for us, so thank you for being awake for us. It's me and Killer Beans chatting the nonsense to you. Hell Knight is working the buttons behind the scenes, and who else than Gutrune is race monitoring. It looks like Sanzu is heading towards the well, going down the mountain. Hyper is heading towards ice by playing Bolero.
And it says you're going to keep his ice arrows. Unlike Hyper, who decided they're not necessary for the end of the race.
Good question in chat. Was fire hovers locked? When they picked up the BK, they didn't pick up the other check in the fire maze, so we currently don't know.
And 20 skulls for Sanzu, so he's going to turn those in on his way to the bottom of the well.
Hyper got the magic on Frog's one, which was hinted path to Bongo. And didn't do flame storage because they got the song as adult. It was logical. Well, it was logical AD for the magic, but it was also hard AD for basically every other item in the game. So we found Kakiri Sword, Dins, and Hovers are all AD locked.
And Hyper going to see his other boots.
Yeah, there's the irons. So water will be clearable once we get the long shot. It is kind of funny that the runners did AD on the presumption that Frogs 1 was going to have something for Bongo and wasn't bait. But it just had everything in there anyway. So, and we say it was bait, but we knew that the letter and Rang were path in spirit for Goma. Could have been just stuff in shadow, but yeah, I guess it wasn't bait for Hyper. Yeah, Hyper will end the seed probably. Not realizing that was a thing. Yeah, Sanzou's in the well. Sanzou's going to find some good items in here. Well, not bait today.
Hyper obviously not concerned with damage at all.
It's been really funny, just like the different ordering that both of these runners have done, and it's like it's really not impacted the routine totally. Only in like really small instances that it's influenced the routine. Like how Sanzou has had Nocturne here may have influenced their routine slightly. It's kind of minimal routine things, but sometimes it's those minimal routine decisions that influence the entire kind of who wins the seed.
And unfortunately, just not too much to talk about at the moment. Both runners just kind of repeating checks. And so we're just kind of enjoying the crystalline music of the ice cavern. On this lovely, fine, early morning. I have to say, the ice cavern music and the forest temple music are probably my two favorite things in Ocarina.
Yeah, I think the forest temple music notoriously enjoyed by people. Yeah, like you can't beat the Gerudo theme though. You can't beat the Valley and Fortress theme. Like, damn, that's so good.
There's a K sword for Sanzeau.
Mm-hmm.
And he can see the chest for his big Goron sword. Ooh, just missing.
I'm glad Tofal's brain is slowly coming to, because mine is. It's 11 o'clock here and I'm still processing information.
PM, I assume?
The BGS Wolfos kill. Okay, here's Dens. And there's Nocturne.
And if I had to guess, Hyper goes straight to Nocturne after unfreezing them weep.
Yeah, we're going to start seeing the distance between the two runners now. Hyper's now done ice. Has the magic. Has the tools to do shadow. And Sanzeau still needs to do Deku. Yeah, it's going to seem like it's going to be a Deku ahead.
And seeing the shield switch, I don't think I've ever attempted to get past Mido with the Hylian shield. Is that?
It does not work.
I mean, a shield's a shield.
Yeah, I've tried before.
More reasons to not like Mido. He's very picky about who goes past him. And here's our shadow coming from Hyper. Which means, unless it's a vanilla long shot, Shadow has to have a long shot.
Does it?
You're right, does it?
I think long shot
I
could be.
forgot GTG was a thing. Hold up.
Yeah, could be in GTG. Yeah,
I
I
should
don't
update.
think.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't think the logic has told us much about where the long shot could be.
I should update my note sheet that I keep in front of me to ride on. And I was thinking in my head, is water wet? And I was trying to write water beside water medallion, and I wrote wet. Well, there's an early boss key.
Okay, that's good to have.
If we had long shot, it'd be really easy to go mode shadow now.
Yeah, we're still going to be doing all the checks in shadow, even if we do pick up all the keys until we pick up the long shot. I think it's likely that it is here.
Just not here. You know, I just like two checks that everybody's forgot about.
Right.
That would make this seed really spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Hammer on chickens. Or not hammer, long shot on chickens.
Long shot on chickens. I think it has to be a hook lock, though. Because of the DC to Volve path. But this logic is so spaghetti that I am not... I'm not entirely certain anymore of anything.
Purple don't say chickens is out. Chickens are not out till the end of the seed.
We can still potentially see chickens. Whether it's right or not, that's another question. No, we have not seen Child Spirit. There's another one there.
We have seen Child Side, though, from Hyper. Briefly.
Yeah, we saw a Child Upper. We haven't seen Child Lower, and we haven't seen Map and Sunblock Room. But those 4 checks have 2 keys. I like the nut method that Hyper used there to stun the Sculptulars.
Since you're going adult, and I was assume going to follow Hyper into Shadow.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have a bit of a foot race here in Shadow. We're going to see how the year's worth of experience from Hyper compared to from Sanzeau versus the more kind of blitzy, lots of C's, very more recently side of in Hyper. So he's what? Hyper's about what, a third of the way through Shadow.
Probably a little far.
I always think that the Silver Rupees room is halfway through. But Shadow's definitely one of those dungeons that you can, void out a couple of times. There was a race recently, I forget which one it was. I can't remember if it was a TSG race or I think it was a TSG race, and a runner fell into the void 3 times in Shadow.
Oh no.
And probably lost them the race by doing that.
Imagine dying to Bongo in Shadow.
Yeah, dying to Bongo's a thing. They do have titties, so it's less likely, but still a possibility. And that's like, easily minutes lost dying to Bongo. If you haven't pushed the block, you've got to go all the way back round. Got quite a lot of small keys in Shadow thus far. So items, we've got the BK and small keys. So I think we might only have one more small key left in Shadow. And if the long shot's not in here, then it's going to be a decision-making process for where you go next. Lots of fair options. GTG is, of course, one of the biggest ones. Use and choose here. Very nice from Hyper. No Feroz Wenjet. Water is a progression dungeon, so runners may decide to find the BK in water first before doing anything else. Pretty impressed by the execution from Hyper at the moment. Yeah, I'm trying to think if both runners have done Valley. Maybe only Sanzeau has done Valley. It was about 2 hours ago now, so I've forgotten. Yeah, Lax is a huge one because Temple of Time is Path to Morpher, so it could just be there.
Very true.
But are we happy that the Temple of Time to Morpher is already resolved, chat?
And could this be?
Big chest.
Could
Here we
this be
go.
it? Oh!
It's the fire arrows. Okay. Requiem, Spirit
Talk
Key,
about the suspense.
Brutus Letter, Irons. Nice. That tracks. I'm happy with that.
Another one of my favorite locations in the game. See if I get my voice set up for it.
I have no idea what's coming.
Here we go. And welcome to the Tunnel of Love. Hyper joining us here today as our first contestant enters the boat. Hyper gonna pay no attention. And to let contestant number 1 pass away unhappy. Contestant number 2 also getting flat out ignored by Hyper. Hyper not interested in a date today. He is on a mission to find his long shot. And off the boat he goes.
Wow, we've got voice effects here on the Silver Gauntlets now. That's where your subs go to, people. Okay, so no long shot thus far. We've got all the keys, so this manager is an item.
And we'll soon find out. It is not.
Small chest, so bongo, or we're searching for the long shot.
I'm telling you, long shot is going to be on chickens.
If long shot is on chickens, Purple will eat their hat. There you go. Purple can elect the hat to eat.
And chat, give me a couple names for our 2 date contestants for Sanzeau, as Sanzeau will be soon approaching the Tunnel of Love himself.
Tunnel of Love. Also, chat can decide what I eat for lunch. It's
Lunch?
fastly approaching lunchtime.
You mean it's 11 a.m.?
The mega pole?
What was that, Hell Knight?
The mega pole?
Oh, make a poll. I don't know what the options are. I think the options are limited to like soup. Maybe I'm thinking about making an omelette for lunch. That's what I'm thinking. Omelette, some bacon,
So
some
omelette,
mushrooms,
soup, bacon.
or some form of takeaway. Let's throw in a takeaway option in there, and everybody can pay me for.
Bongo is a piece of heart. I don't know why that made me so happy.
I should eat my hat, according to Purple.
I guess
I don't
it
have a
gives
hat.
me the hope. Now, check chickens. Oh, and he's gonna go get his other magic.
Hyper's
it's-
gonna get the magic.
It's one of the options for chickens.
What for lunch? Chickens can be on the menu for Andrew's chickens can be on the menu.
Yeah, but for.
What the fuck? Don't know about 4.
No! The chickens, Hyper. The chickens.
Sanzou's gonna get his lips wet at the side of this big chest, but it's just the fire arrows. Lax was also nothing. So Bongo nothing, Lax nothing.
GTG, here we come.
Yeah, this looks like, I think this is, well, I say not surprising, but you could do the water temple and find the BK because you need to do that. So I think
Hammer Rocks
I would
and
go.
Valley.
I would go to the water temple first.
I forgot. You got Hammer Rocks and Valley and
Yeah.
horseback archery.
Uh-huh.
And in the meantime, Sanzeau has entered the Tunnel of Love. Sanzeau also taken to the back of the ship as contestant number 1 shows up. Or, there it is. And we will call contestant 1 out. And contestant 1 not sticking around, deciding Sanzeau is not a perfect match for me.
I think we saw a second Stalfus, I think.
Yeah. Sanzeau only having one option in the tunnel of
Yo, did Kyrie wake up?
Ooh. We don't know if Wasteland was not hinted. But it's a small chance.
I realised
I
like
think
why it got so
Sadie
bright on here.
decided,
Hold on.
Fruit top. Nope.
Sadie waking up for Wasteland and realising that we're done with the Wasteland check.
And here comes Bongo Bongo for Sanzeau.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll see what option Sanzo is going to take after the Shadow Temple. Kyrie, the AD was hard required, but not for the path hints that we had. The path to Bongo had logical first magic, but we could pick up another magic. However, there were 3 items that we needed that was locked by storms, so yeah, we needed to do AD.
Oh no! Bongo getting the hit on Sanzeau.
Bongo playing rough. Okay, Hyper's going straight into GTG. Not checking HBA.
He did summon Epona, so I'd say that's next.
Ooh, here's a
off the
big
bat.
chest.
I'm gonna check the key. If this is what he needs, he's outie.
It's a slingshot. Sadie,
The
something for you
bait.
to mark on the spreadsheet. Okay, second key here. Okay,
Here
it's gonna
comes
check.
Lax for Sanzu as well
Yep, checking
to
lax.
get some money. Third on the ground, and I would say this is a Requiem.
No, this is Serenade. So this is
Serenade,
hidden to the
wow.
water temple.
We will see if this idea pays off. If we do, in fact, have vanilla long shot, that will immediately move Sanzu into the lead.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if it's early BK. Does Sandu decide to stay? Are you committed to searching water? See anything in the maze in GTG? So we're going to go around the outside. Around the outside, around the outside. Ooh, not doing the compass, going straight to the map. Oh, Salty, don't talk about pudding. That will make me even hungrier.
Hyper deciding one key is enough to get through the remainder of GTG, is what he's looking for.
Oh, but I'm 31 years old. I can do whatever I want. I can eat my pudding whenever. More keys. Another key for Sanzu as well.
It also depends how fast. Really, this is a race for who finds long shot first.
Yeah, first to the long shot is the rotten egg. No, wait, it's normally last person somewhere's a rotten egg. Oh my god.
If Sanzu finds it in water, then that moves him to the lead. If Hyper finds it here, Sanzu will already have quite a bit of water taken care of.
And if neither runner finds it in their respective areas, then it's in deep fire. Oh, it's the BK! Ah!
So that helps Sanzu a lot. Whether Longshot is there or not, it looks like he's warping out.
Ah, there's still
Temple
items in
Oh.
water.
That's a big chest. And Sanzu... furores. That's nice to have.
Yeah, Hyper didn't want to see the sorry, Sanzu didn't want to see the BK, and like he probably wanted to be able to clear the entirety of water before the BK appeared, to see if the long shot was there. So now if the long shot's in water, it's not good.
Summoning opponent, is this a big Poe play? It's a last resort?
Okay. Overworld checks we haven't seen. Sanzu hasn't done Tectite Grotto as well, I don't think. We're going to do it this way. You can trust him. Can be a little tougher because the Poe... Oh, does that, but gets the sniper.
That's a big chest.
Big chest in GTG.
It continues to scare me when I see them because I'm really hopeful. Chickens. That's strength 3.
That's strength 3. Oh, there's another check.
Wow.
OGC. Here comes Big Pose.
There's our last bomb back.
Nice.
This seed does not want us to have the long shot.
Nope. Nope. Yeah, Sansa's gonna check Tektite Grotto. I think it's. I don't think we have another bottle, Purple.
We don't have any bottles. We just have the letter bottle.
Yeah, and the letter's bomb locked.
Oh, where's that star?
It's actually quite unbelievable that with the 4 bottles in the game that we've only got 1 and it's bomb locked. Oh, that's not it. It's not Tektite Grotto. So Sansa's going this way to GTG. Going to be able to check Hammer Rocks.
Oh yes, Hammer Rocks is a thing.
It's a small check. It was an Optim though. Deep Fire.
Deep fire, chickens, horseback archery.
Morning, Majorican.
And I would say Hyper going to Hammer Rocks right after horseback archery. We will see which option pays off.
It's a big chest.
And that's gonna be the long shot. No!
It's a bone!
Wow!
Wow, all these. Why does this always happen? Just the bait. Bait after bait after bait.
This seed is saying no.
Here's another new check in HBA.
The last race I had, we had a 1920 on HBA.
Wow, really? That's impressive. Yeah, Sanzu has done.
Just missing the pot.
Sanzu has done Shadow for the tracker on Sanzu's side. Nice, 16-20.
Not bad.
Nothing here. Nothing there.
Nothing.
We're not
So
happy.
the next check will be Hammer Rocks. And then do you go Deep Fire?
I think Hyper should go Water next. Hyper still doesn't have the BK. And I think Hyper stays in Water. I think you stay in Water.
Makes sense. It's the next progression location. And for all you know, it could be Vanilla BK. Or excuse me, Vanilla Longshot. He sees that bait.
Yeah.
He says,
Let me in.
This is it.
Let me in.
And the seed says yeet.
No, OGC not hinted. Oh, hasn't done any of Valley yet. Yeah, we do know that.
Valley Lake? There's the seeds for Sanzu.
If Sanzu decided to do the BK strat in not the BK strat, the Dark Link loop strat through water, sanzeau would have had enough keys to do the Dark Link loop before picking up the BK. So if the long shot is in the Dark Link loop or in the Dragon Chest, something like that, then just simple things like the routing through water might have cost sanzeau here. But we're going to see Hyper and see what Hyper does.
I don't think we've seen child fishing either.
We've seen Child Lake, yeah. Both are understood Child Lake.
Okay. I think I missed this fishing.
Yeah, it was very early. Okay, Hyper's going to put the... You don't have the long shot, though. You can't put the FW in the BK room. Oh, both runners going for map first. I think if you're searching for items, I think this is a... I would prefer to do the Dark Link loop, because that's where the items
sanzeau
are.
thinking this might be his long shot. But he's going to find out very quickly it is not, but his strength 3.
Okay, big decision moment coming up for Hyper once he picks up the BK in the Tortures room.
The next week, you got to go fire.
Well, you're in water. You could clear the rest of water.
That is true. But if not water, then it's going to be fire.
And then the other thing is OGC with a strength 3.
All right. Because that's also a thing. And here's the boss key for Hyper. What does he do now?
That looks like it's a save quit, so he's staying in water. Or could check OGC first, and then just quit back into here.
He has furrows. So
Continuing in water. Yeah, lots of options.
that's a key chest.
So many keys. No items left. No items yet in here. Okay, sanzeau quit. I don't think sanzeau completed GTG. Yeah, Kyrie, I'm really kind of struggling to think of checks that it could be.
Oh, that's a big chest.
Is this a big chest? The compass is a big chest? Oh my. If it's here.
You just got to go for that. There you go. Oh no, wrong side.
Is this it?
Whoa, it's a bottle.
Oh, wow!
The bait.
More bait. More bottle bait. I know we thanked quite a lot of people today, but we should also just quickly note that there's a French restream of this as well going on Pappy Grant's channel with Pappy and Zorro, both of which are in the Challenge Cup as well. So let's give some Pappy Grant a bit of love as well.
A 2-hour, 45-minute bottle. First bottle at that. That's right. I feel sorry for Sadie, who the race started at 1 a.m. their time and is still going on. It must be what, 3, almost 4 a.m.
That's an interesting way to do that peak for that BK, for that chest there.
Sadie working on those 24 hours of awake time. Same, Gutroon. It's starting to get light outside. Matter of fact, I can look up my windows and see things instead of black.
Y'all are nuts. There is no way I'd consider doing anything like this at 4 a.m. and 1 a.m.
And supposed to do some bicycle training at 8 a.m., assuming we're done with the seed by then. Not looking likely, though. I don't know, I may be too tired. I may be going back to sleep for a few minutes.
Hey, Purple, I know you're British, but I always forget that you don't live in England at the moment. In the UK, we've got pretty okay weather. It's a bit nippy outside, but nothing compared to the Midwest is at the moment.
We have a 45-degree weather, cloudy, here in the eastern United States. And with 80% chance of rain, and I'm supposed to be working outdoors today officiating a soccer match. So that's going to be fun.
Also, I'm not a Pink Floyd fan, Salty. That would be maybe why I didn't recognise it.
And our first look at the Darkling.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, if it's vanilla. If it's vanilla. It's not vanilla.
No. The hope for chickens still lives.
Okay, Salty, I would like to hear your lunch recommendation. And I'll let you know if it's possible or not. Bergs. You know what? That is possible. That is a possibility. It's not here either. Oh my goodness.
What is this madness? Don't even ask, because I don't know. And Hyper deciding he's had enough of water. Where does he go next? Looks like he's going back child. What's left on the child checks? Sanzeau going back to Wasteland. Excuse me, not going back, going to Wasteland for the first time. Sadie, you're going to get to see your check. Assuming you're still not dozing off. Is this chickens?
No, this is child
Nope.
spirit.
Gosh. Okay. I always get Requiem and Nocturne confused. Every time. I want to go to the Spirit Temple and I play Nocturne, and I want to go to Shatter and I play Requiem. I don't understand why.
Yeah, logically, Frogs 2 is out, and also we've got the hint, it's dead. This is the first time seeing Child Spirit. We are assuming that there's a key, at least, in here. 4 checks left in here. 2 of them are keys. One of them has to be in the lower part for key logic to work.
Has anyone else ever noticed that Link is ambidextrous?
Yeah, isn't he like famously left-handed or something like that?
He
And
fights with he uses his sword with his left hand, but shoots with his right.
and then for the Twilight Princess Wii version, they switched it round. They mirrored it, so because most people are right-handed.
That looks like a key.
I will find this so funny if it's on the map check. And Sanzeau started to do bow crap and then stopped. Here's OGC.
Oh. Who has a smarter play? They both have boss key. I'm kind of shocked that Hyper did not set furores. It's another model!
It's a bottle. Nice.
And here's Deep Fire for Sanzeau.
Wow, here we
Who is
go.
playing smart?
Wow. Also, we're saying deep fire, but actually it's the majority of fire because we only got to the first fire maze check. So it's actually quite a lot of fire.
We will see which one pays off. When did the two runners have made the right decision? Or the seed is baiting both, and it's a check that we have yet to see somehow.
Here's the map check for Hyper. It's a
It looks
small chest, but is it a key though? It
Yes.
is a key. So you have to do the sunblock room. If that was an item, you could have avoided the sunblock room knowing it's a key. Okay, so there's our other key to help us climb the rest of fire. Here comes the sunblock room. What's gonna fall, big or small? It's a small chest.
Oh. So Hyper going to fire.
Yeah, if Hyper goes fire now, this is unfortunate for Hyper because he's going to be trailing Sanzeau. So skipping water has been Sanzou's benefit and has taken the lead back potentially.
If Hyper does big pose here, that really puts him behind. Oh,
There's
and
a
there's
big
a big
chest.
chest.
Big chest in the shortcut. Just
Oh,
do the
no.
just do the clip. Just clip through the wall. Like,
Yep, and there's fire for Hyper. For Bolero. So Hyper now trailing, and we have a race on our hands. Silver Dauntless community. This just goes to show how quickly one decision can put you behind.
yeah, Hyper was ahead in shadow, starting the long shot hunt.
And
Sanzeau
he's just
decided to
delaying one
leave after getting the BK in water, and that is where time has been fortunate for catching up.
The check makes sense, but looking at it from our perspective, we just see Hyper losing more precious time to Sanzeau.
Yeah, checking OGC.
Started to play Bolero, and I think remembered he had this check left.
Yeah, absolutely purple. I think in the instances that they were both in, Sanzeau had a lot more to do after getting the BK. Hyper didn't have as much to do. And so both decisions at their time were absolutely understandable.
There's Bolero, so Hyper now going to go into fire. And I think we saw a little bit more of fire from Hyper than we have from Sanzeau. So
No, I
that might
think
potentially-
both left because both knew it was both left after the BK check, or where the boss key was, I should say.
And is this it?
Here we go. Here we go, chat. Is
It
this
has
the
to be.
long shot?
It has to be.
There it
Yes.
is! It's the long shot for Sanzeau. We've got it.
That moves
Sanzeau is
Sanzeau into the lead.
he's in go mode. And we're actually going to get quite a quick go mode as well, because we've got the BK in water. We just need to beat Morpher. We have the light arrows. And we're going to go and kick Ganon's ass.
And happy 3 hours, everybody. What a race. We will give a shout out to our tracking team. Gatroon, Emerald Mousy, and Sadie Sweet, keeping all this Beatty seed in check for us. Shout out to the runners giving us the content today, Hyper and Sanzeau. The commentating team, myself, Killer Beans 90 and Chuckles. And to our restreamer, who is Hell Knight today, and our race monitor, who is Gatroon. And thank you all for being here on such an early morning of racing.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks everyone for being here. One of the final weekend of the first round of brackets for Challenge Cup here in the round of 32. And thank you for Killer Beans for being here with me as well.
My pleasure. What better thing is going to be doing at 4 a.m. anyway? Now, Hyper knows that's a big chest. Does he go straight for it, or does he spend more time going up? And I think he's going straight for it.
This has been a fun race. This has just really shown how small kind of routine and decision making can really change the item order you get things in, change those small little routine decisions, and how it just influences the time. It's really not been any runner doing anything bad or not understandable. It's just just how sometimes rando is like it's in the places that you go to.
Rando's gonna rando.
So both of these runners should be really happy with how they played. They've both like executionally been really, good, almost kind of top 64 standards kind of level of execution. Very few mistakes.
And at this point, Hyper's gonna know he's behind.
Yeah, Hyper's kind of cleared. I think like Sanzeau probably feels behind though, as well. You've done GTG. You've been searching for quite a while for this long shot. Maybe not doing all of water feels good, but you never feel ahead.
At this point, it's going to take 2 deaths in the tower from Sanzeau for Hyper to catch up. And with the titties, I do not think that's going to happen.
Salty, we're actually not on any delay at the moment, so this is live. So they are playing these seeds now. They are looking at race time now. They're seeing that neither are not done. Again, the standard. It just seems like it's very standard in Essex. Of you do fire, you kill Velagia, you come back to fire about 3 hours later to pick up your go mode. Oh, the drive-by by Hyper! Amazing!
Wow. And as you're taking a hit from that iron knuckle, not enough to knock him down. Oh. And it is. This has been a really great race to watch through and through. Like I said a few minutes ago, this just shows how a few minor decisions can change the race just like that.
Sanzou's been here many times before, been in many tournaments, done very well in tournaments in the past and in League, and so Sanzeau definitely has experience in these kind of squeaky bum time, one-on-one situations. Might be a bit of a new experience for a Hyper.
Sanzeau just missing the one side.
Oh wow, was literally one sword swipe out. Unfortunate.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am no August 14th, but after 3 hours, 6 minutes, and 40 seconds on a early race on the Silver Gauntlet,
Unfortunately, the Discord, whatever it's, suppression kicked in and we missed half of that beans.
No! Okay, take 2. Here. Hopefully it worked out.
No.
I give up.
Love Discord suppression.
Oh, taking a hit. Much faster Iron Knuckles fight for Hyper. And it's close, just not close enough. That decision to check Child Spirit, while very valid, I think is what has cost Hyper the race here today. Very unfortunate. but very justifiable.
Yeah, and here we go. Sanzeau in the final cutscene. Really just looking at race time, hoping that your opponent isn't done. But Sanzeau, you are safe. And you are going to be going into the round of 16 of the Season 6 Challenge Cup.
And get your GGs in the chat. As Sanzeau has finished. And Hyper going to be seeing that in the race time here momentarily, and we'll see if he decides to finish. Or
Yeah. Hyper's in
Might as
the
well.
Ganondorf fight, yeah, so I can imagine
you're this
that
close.
they're going to finish this off. It's going to be a few minutes behind. It's been a close
Just
one.
missing the one cycle. Ganon's not playing nice at all. Do we know if either runner will come in for?
Sanzu has not responded in race time yet, so we're going to wait on that. Yeah, Smajarkin says 2 more races today. One is Smajarkin versus Krez. That will be restreamed on TSG later on. And the other is Pappy Grant versus Alfalfa Field, which is going to be a fascinating race between 2 very, very good runners.
For the second time, we'll try it one last time. Here's Ganon.
We got it.
Yes! 1 for 3, I'll take it. And as we watch the final Ganon fight of the day, or at least for this stream, let's just recap some of the things that happened in this race for the people that came in a little late to this early morning stream. We had Sanzu present the letter 4 times.
The important thing that we need to bring up was the number of times that Sanzu presented the letter.
We had a couple baby areas.
Yo, Sanzu, GG.
Speaking of, GG.
Oh, you might be on mute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo,
Thank you.
GG's well done.
Wow.
When you picked up that long shot in Shadow, did you think you were ahead? Did you think you were behind? What was your thought?
In fire, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes, fine.
Well, I didn't feel behind during all the seed. But like it's casino at the end, so
Yeah.
you never know. Wow. A long time I didn't do a 1 versus 1 in tournament.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you've been in. I know you've done a lot of League. I know you've done a lot of you've been around since season 2, so I know you've been around quite a bit.
Yeah, actually, I started playing at March 2018 at the beginning. So yeah.
Wow, 5 years.
Yeah, almost.
That's crazy. And Hyper's here now. GG's Hyper.
GG.
Yo, GG's.
Good to hear from you.
Sanzu.
GG. Wow.
Oh, rough race.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
your routes over through the seed have just been completely different. The order that you did all the dungeons were so different to each other. Like right at the start, all the way to right at the end. When you didn't find the long shot in Shadow, like Hyper, what was your kind of thought process in the route you were going to take after Shadow didn't have the long shot?
I knew I had GTG, which was next logical place to go, most dense. I was trying to figure out if long shot was hook locked or not with that Volvagia hint, and I couldn't. I thought it might be, because one hook shot led to the hammer. So I thought, how can the other one has to be hook locked then? That was my thought process, but I wasn't sure if I was completely right. So yeah, I was more focusing on hook lock checks than anything. Which is
makes
why I
sense.
skipped chickens in the end. I just thought if it is chickens, if I'm wrong, then I just lose. That's why I full cleared water. Then I thought I'd go back to spirit and just clear the last few checks, just in case it's just sitting in there. And yeah, pretty much last location fire, except for Big Pose and Tektite Grotto, I think, and chickens. I think that's all I had left in the seed.
Yeah, I didn't think about hookshot lock actually,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not certain,
but
but
that's true.
yeah,
the logic was a complete spaghetti with just how bottlenecked you were right at the start with the scale, and then that being path, and then also thinking about the hook and how that is like we've been like really confused all seed trying to work everything out, but we did come to the same conclusion as well, that we believe that the hook should have been hook locked.
So was that long shot hook locked? Is it because Volvagia was hovers locked and the hook locked hovers, I think? So therefore, but no, that doesn't, because there was no key on Volvagia.
No, there's no key on Vavagia, and
That was mirror shield on Volvagia,
Yeah.
so it wasn't
So-
overlock.
So I'm just trying to figure out how that long shot is hook locked.
Because you
If
need
it
the
is.
first hook to get the hammer.
To get where? To get,
Well,
because, yeah, I don't know. I'm confused.
yeah, there was a key on the basement in fire. That's why.
that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah,
And,
okay, yeah.
and the hammer is in forest.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I could have
yeah,
skipped some checks at the end.
Yeah, I was tossing up between fire and child spirit, and I think if I chose fire, we would have been very, very close.
Yeah, I did the same thought. I went fire, and if fire didn't have anything, I would have gone child spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed the
entered
seed.
when you both enter shadow, Hyper, you're ahead in shadow by about
Yeah.
4 minutes,
Yeah.
I'd say, maybe 5. And then Sanzo decided to go water first, and you went
Yeah,
to GTG.
I should have done water. I wasn't thinking, and I was just like, oh, I hope it's not in water now, because I should have definitely done progression before GTG.
Well,
I had GTG on my mind, so
Actually, I would have a safe time to do GTG before water because of Faor's wind, I guess.
yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Depending on if I did fire before water, but whatever. But
yeah, and then it was just the water. You cleared the rest of water. Sanzu left after getting the BK, but it was reasonable for you to clear water because you had GTG done. So
Yeah.
your options were, fire, which is crap, child spirit, which 2 of them are keys, so that's crap,
And water.
and water. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like you had bad options left, so it made sense for
Yeah.
you to do what you did in the situation that you were in.
Yeah, and I'd seen a lot of keys in water, so I still knew there were 4 item checks, or all 3, because I checked 1 on compass chest.
Yeah, all of them were.
How
The
many
reason
big
I
chests
The reason I
trolled
chose
me
fire
everywhere?
instead of water was because we got one hint for the BK, and it was an item, so there was 3 item left in water for me instead
Yeah,
of.
okay.
So yeah, I prefer fire over
Yeah, that
water.
makes sense. That makes sense. I really enjoyed this seed until that last hunt for Longshot. I was really happy with my routing, the way I was playing. I felt in front in the seed. So I was feeling pretty confident, and then
Yeah.
last location.
Yeah. Did you brush the old dungeon?
Yeah, I did river pretty early when I still didn't have any path hints at like 20 or 30 minutes or whatever it was. So I rushed River and got that hint, and obviously River had nothing. So
Yeah, I did the flame storage in the Royal Tomb. So
yeah,
all the seed I was okay. I don't rush AD because it will be magic on the frog.
yeah,
And
yeah.
magic on frog for sure.
That's good.
But yeah, well was open. It was broken. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, Hyper did the Composer's Grave as adult, so the Hyper's first magic was the Frogs one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got magic at like 40 minutes, something like that. No, maybe later. But yeah, I didn't want to rush AD because of that magic. That's
Yeah,
why
when you
I
were
did.
when you handed the letter in, I was actually wondering whether you were going to do Jabu or not, Sanzu, because
Mm.
if you thought maybe that the magic the magic was on Frogs 1, whether you would just do what you needed to do at that point, which was go to Ice and do Nocturne. You knew you needed to get Nocturne, so
Yeah.
whether you would have done Jabu or not.
Well, it was very hard to skip Jabu because of Storm anyway.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a scale at that point, I guess. Yeah, I got a scale for sure. It was yesterday I didn't got a scale. Well, but if I had Faror's Wind and Magic, I would have probably put Faror on Escape and go to Ice before. But yeah, I couldn't skip Jabu at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I had a lot of information early, so there wasn't much guesswork for me until the long shot.
Yeah.
I saw the bomb bag before I found the scale, so as soon as I found scale in DC, I bailed.
Yeah, same. So, yeah.
I think one of the most important things at the whole race was Sanzu had 4 presentations of Zelda's letter.
Yeah, you showed that Zelda's letter 4 times this seed, Sanzo. We
Yeah.
counted.
I don't like that feature. Yeah.
You showed it twice to Malon, once to a Great Fairy, and
Yeah.
once to
Yeah, I have to press left and bottom button.
Yeah.
Wait, down. Yeah, left and down to avoid the trigger the right on my D-pad. That's so annoying.
Do you play on a GameCube controller or on VC, Sanzo?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do the same thing. That's why I always pick up the Keaton mask, even if,
I thought
even
about
if
it.
the school mask is dead. Right. Well, Pappy Grant and Zorro have been commentating you over on Pappy's channel, so we'll let you both. I'm sure Hyper, you'll be invited as well to the French restream. So we'll let you two go, and we'll clear up here. So thanks for racing, Sanzu. You're of course going ahead to the next round to play Bailnog in the next round of the tournament.
Okay.
And unfortunately, Hyper, this is the end of the road for you. But 3-0 in the group that you were in was astonishing. So we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on your progress in the future.
Yeah, I was really happy with my group performance. I thought I had a good chance of going deep in this tournament, but gonna rando sometimes, so that's fine. Hopefully, Sanzu goes all the way.
Yeah, I will win. No problem. I'm top 64 player.
Don't worry. You when you face Alexis in the final, Sanzu, then that'll be.
Yeah, that's my pronostic. But yeah, well, Alexi get me out of top 64 last season, so I have from winner bracket, I guess.
Mhm.
So yeah, I need some revenge.
Well, GG to both of
GG.
you. Well done. Have fun in the rest of the tournament.
Thanks.
And thanks for letting us restream. This has been Sanzu. This has been Hyper, allowing us to restream them today. We've had a lot of NA trackers and commentators today. We've got Gutrune, we've got Emerald, Mousy, and we've got Sadie on the tracking buttons. I'm Chuckles501, and I've been with Killer Beans. See you, Sanzu.
See ya.
Take
Bye-bye.
care, guys.
Yeah.